Good morning, Year 7. I hope you all had a good weekend, and I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what I want you to be doing over the next week and we'll also have our hangout on Tuesday morning. Okay, so first of all, I just want to remind you that the calendar's there. Make a time in the 7G slots if you need help. If you don't need help, it's always good. The first place I would like you to ask questions is in our stream for our classroom, because then everyone can see my response. If you have a very specific individual question, I'm happy for you to email that to me. But I'd prefer general questions about your classwork to go into the class stream. Just in classwork, you'll notice that I've tidied up a little bit and taken some old topics out and the associated tasks, so there's not such a big stream there. In doing that, I've made a mistake and I deleted the persuasive writing assessment task. Never fear, I do have copies of all of your work. It just won't come up through Classroom when I mark those, unfortunately, but that was a mistake and I will learn from it. Now, if you aren't already using the Google Meet link in the classwork tab here, I encourage you to do so, because that's going to make your life easier getting into those meets on Tuesday mornings. In addition to that, we've got the class calendar. If you've looked at that, it looks very similar to my calendar, but it will tell you when you have particular assignments and tasks due for both this classroom and your reading classroom. So any classrooms that you've got with any of your teachers, you'll be able to see all of your assignments due in that calendar. We've also got the class drive folder. So if you're looking for a particular piece of work that you know you've started, like your reading journal, and instead of clicking on the assignment again and potentially opening up another copy of it, I suggest you go into your class drive folder, and there you will find your reading journal that you've already started working on and I've added to, just to stop that confusion. Now, people doing the modified reading journal, for some reason yours is not coming up and copying for each of you. So when you go to open this up, it might ask you for permissions, to request permissions. What you need to do is go to File and make a copy of the entire presentation, so you get a copy of everything. That means when you go to your task, you will need to add that to your classroom. So if I just go into my guest here, and no, not that one. So this one's just a demonstration site for you. So when you've created your task, you're going to have to go add or create, and say add it from Google Drive, and then navigate to your copy of the work and add it from there. So it'll be your Boy in the Striped Pajamas differentiated analysis. The other thing you might notice is that I have altered the look of a couple of slides in the first chapter, and I've done a similar thing to all of the other chapters, and that is put additional information on the side, and where there's a lot of text, I've created the recording of the text, so you can listen to that rather than be having to read it. Please make sure you follow the instructions. Create a drawing and insert it here. You can click on that and delete that box so you don't have that sitting behind it. This slide has got a couple of text boxes there that you can fill out with the information, and all of these question boxes have got a space for you to write in, so you don't need to make them any bigger, and just complete those as you go. Now, in our hangout on Tuesday, we're going to be looking at your copy of Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Now, as you can see, I've got lots of sticky notes through mine. We're going to specifically be looking at Chapter 5, so Out of Bounds at All Times and No Exceptions. So I've got lots of sticky notes in here, and if you look at your reading journal, it's about questions, so thick and thin questions. So we're going to look at some thick and thin questions that you have found in the book and how you might have answered them. Okay, so that's going to be what we're going through on Tuesday morning, so tomorrow morning that'll be. All right, so I look forward to seeing you then, and keep up the great work. Remember to contact me if you're having any trouble. See you on Tuesday.